Dang it. No! Go away, spitting circle. Go away! Go away! Anyways, hello. Welcome. I was in such a Dungeons and Dragons mood today. I don't know why exactly. I wasn't even sure if I was going to stream today, but then I haven't heard back. And so because plans aren't... Hang on a second. I need to... Is there two? Wait, why is there two? Two. Okay, well, delete you, I guess. Then there. Unfortunately, it's going to just kind of be like that. We're going to be stuck with Star just taking up all the space. But hey, like I said, I felt like playing Dungeons & Dragons today, but I don't have anyone to play Dungeons & Dragons with right now. So what am I going to do? I'm going to play a video game for Dungeons & Dragons. I've tried playing the first Baldur's Gate before, and honestly, I might at some point, just to make a playthrough where I create all of my Dungeons and Dragons or all of my VTuber friends as Dungeons and Dragons characters, and then make a party with that and see how I do. I might do that with one at some point. I wish I could do that with three, but unfortunately, it forces you to not. If you got something in your eye, you should take it out. I mean, that's the whole point of the game, is to get the thing out of your eye. Have you seen anything of Baldur's Gate 3, Eloise? If you have not seen it, strap yourself in. I'll say that. Oh no, I need to... No, I need to click off of this. I tried opening up the game to be ready, to be a responsible streamer and have the game ready, but unfortunately, I did not. So I'm gonna go ahead, gonna turn on desktop audio. Then you'll see what I'm talking about when I say I need to get something out of my eye. Let's see. Game capture. Yes, I know it is early access. Huh. Hang on. Let me... Yeah, I know. It's not picking it up currently. Okay, I don't actually want that. I want... Hang on, let me... Game capture? Specific window. Here we go. Okay, now let me try. There it is. For some reason it wasn't working. Move that. Make it full screen again. Okay, here we go. Now you can see it and hopefully hear it. It says that it's showing up. Can you hear the oh, if you can't hear the by the way, I'm gonna say it now. Hearing is good. Yes. I'm gonna say it now that this is a game 100%. If you, me, and Nora could ever get a chance to get all of, I would love to play this with you guys. As it does have multiplayer. I don't know who these people are. Here we go. I'm gonna start a new game. We're gonna stay quiet because this is the plot of the game, which I have seen like 12 times. Because I played through the beginning of this game. It's the same problem I have with Skyrim. I played through the start of this game probably like 12 times when it first came out. And then I got sick of it, and then they started adding new classes. And I tried playing it a little more, and then, I don't know. It's all very fleshy in here. Everything looks like it's made of some sort of flesh, and I hate it. It's a little gross, huh? Oh, the first-person perspective, my favorite.
Who are you?
Who am I? This is character creation now. There is unfortunately not a lot of actual appearance. But what am I gonna be? Should I start with class or should I start with race? Because so far, this is the available classes that we have. It is not all of them. Barbarian, Cleric, Druid, Fighter, Ranger, Rogue, Sorcerer, Warlock, and Wizard. I will say, I'm going to be playing a Sorcerer. That's not even a question. Let me look through the rest of these. Ooh. Because Sorcerer is my favorite class, it just is. Okay, and that could be Elf, Tiefling, a Drow, a Human, a Githyanki, a Dwarf, a Half-Elf, or a Halfling. What should I be, Eloise? ones that make the most stat sense are half-elf, drow, and tiefling, I believe. Listen. All right, I'm listening. Wow, the elf chooses an elf? How original. And I assume that you would want me to go a wood elf too? I mean, technically drow is an elf. How does this change? I don't know what this change. I don't know what what are the difference between these drow. The other normal elves are these are your available elves. You have wood elf here, which gives you this and gives me fleet foot, which increases my movement speed, gives me proficiency in stealth and increases my wisdom by 1. Or high elf, which gives me +1 intelligence and gives me a free cantrip. Yeah. Yeah. Hang on. Yeah. Okay. Needed to crack my neck. Sorry about that. The only two? Yeah. It's all that's available right now. Besides drow and half-elf. Drow, I don't know what's the difference between these besides flavor. Is most likely because the game is not... This is early access. This game's been in early access for probably about a year. So what elf am I going with? Because I could go drow for these two. Drow are the result of an ancient schism between the elf deity Corellon, Laurenthian, and Lolth. The latter's treachery drove the drow into the Underdark, where they splintered into warring factions. Selduran drow can be found seeking allies from all over Faerun, aiming to settle their conflict with Lolth and each other by any means necessary. Raised by Lolth's cult in the city of Berenzen, these drow exalt the virtues of their corrupt and merciless goddess Lolth, marks her followers with bright red eyes so the Underdark will learn to fear the drow. I'm gonna go with this one because this seems like the slightly less angry one. But yeah, like here's an example. Like I could apparently play as all these characters here, which are characters that I'd meet in the game, and these aren't available yet. Let's see. What will my name be? I could just go. I'll just go that, honestly. And what will my background be? Acolyte. In service to a temple. Oof, excuse me. Criminal. I mean, maybe. Entertainer. Folk hero. Guild artisan. Noble. Outlander. That seems like a proper thing because of the, be found seeking allies in order to settle. So, sure, I'll go with this one. Actually, and the class options aren't that high either, because, like, for example, let's go with, I don't know, let's go with wizard. Your options are not, or cleric, I guess, because it's, your options are life, light, or trickery. My ankle just popped and it sounded deep. Oh no. Hang on. But I'm gonna be playing a sorcerer this one. I love sorcerer. Sorcerer is my favorite. You guys are distracting me on Discord. What are you doing? Maybe. That would be interesting. Okay. Let's get back to making. Do I want draconic or do I want... What is... Right. Oh! No, I could actually... Hmm... Now I can't decide if I do want to play a Draconic or Wild Magic. I did Wild Magic before. I might do Draconic this time. Hmm. What are underground? I'm going to look at that real quick. What are dragons that live underground? Underground. Deep dragon. That does not help me. Uh, oh. Oh, wait. Under honorable mention. Maybe. Give me a dragon. Please. No, it didn't give me a dragon. I need a dragon type. Hang on. D&D Beyond. I'm gonna look to see if there's a dragon with a burrow speed. And if there is, that's the dragon I'm going with. Collection. No. Monsters. Dragon. With... movement. Burrow. Built. Okay, apparently a lot more dragons have burrow speed than I thought. But it looks like... Let's see. Blue and brass come up. Hmm. Blue or brass? I'm gonna go brass. That sounds cool. Then let me look at my scales, because this does just straight up fucking add scales, and that's pretty cool. That apparently, what does blue give me? Oh, witch bolt. Okay. Ooh, what scales how do I want my scales to look? It's kind of neat. I got a little scale goatee. Okay, I'm not gonna go with no scales. I'm gonna go with this one. I like this one. I don't know why exactly. Okay, and now I get to choose my spells, which I think... For this... I don't need light. I don't need your light. I'm gonna get friends. And then for this... No, I'll do Magic Missile. Magic Missile is just a good spell. Skills, Arcane, and Persuasion. I'll stick with that. I don't have any problem with that. Sure, I'll go with that. Yes.
Tell me, who do you dream of at night?
I don't know if we have fully come to understand this, but yes, the game does basically ask you, who is super attractive to you?
Where are you?
Actually, hang on. Hang on.
Where to next?
I gotta think of my voice.
What was that?
Let's hope the locals are friendly.
Hells, something just woke up down here.
It's open.
There's only 4 voices, by the
wonder
way.
what's
2
back
male
there.
and 2 female.
More of those wretched things.
I don't know. I think I like that one a little more. Back to this. Karma Darkly, hello. Hey, hey. Hey, hey yourself.
Where are you?
Oh, there's only 5 heads. Tell me, who do you dream of at night? I guess that's what we're finding out. Purple hair. Okay, but would that make it worse? I feel like that would make it worse. Just the most depressing dark purple there is. That's what I'm gonna go with. Why would I want this? Why would I want the makeup that looks like you're crying or you've been crying? That's kind of cool. Eyes of Black Darkness. Always love it. It's a single dot on the side. Okay. Why is the water getting louder? I kind of like that one, honestly. Eye color. I don't know. Let's go red. Actually, no. Let's go this red because it looks a little more like Nora red. It's a little closer to Nora's colors. Back to cutscene. Oh no, he's so scared he dropped his weapon. My dude, why did you do that? Headache, oh no! Where's an adventure when you need it? I guess those guys will have to do, at least for now. Just start tearing off its tentacles. Ooh. This is pretty fucking cinematic, isn't it, huh? They put a lot of detail into that, because even, like, I don't think they're dragons. I think they're wyverns. I think they actually have, like, they have snow, like, starting to cake them from being there. There's some production value going into this thing, like, let me tell you. Unfortunately, the game does not look that beautiful. Also, holy shit, the game looks so different from the last time I played. The UI is completely different. The map is different. This whole area down here is different. Oh god, now I gotta remember my controls.
What path lies before me? These boots have seen everything. I have to keep going.
And this is going to be our game.
On my way.
The point and click adventure, by the way. It's not any sort of RPG or anything like that. No, it's point and click. That's all it is. My ear is itchy. It's actually super itchy. Oh no. Ah! Okay. Okay, but I'm getting back into the control.
I'd still be stuck inside if we hadn't been attacked.
Yeah, no kidding.
This is the pool that thing came from. The parasite now writhing behind your eye.
No. This is something that I remember when they added, because they did never actually... I think it was just, like, there was still a dice roll, but it didn't, like, give you anything. Like, it didn't tell you the... I don't know if it told you the DC or anything. I don't know.
Notice nothing more than meets the eye.
Going to make all the terrible decisions. Oh! Okay.
Can't slow down. What's in here?
What is in here? What is in you?
Dead. Good.
Oh, it's dead. Okay.
Should mind my step.
Jumping.
Moving ahead.
Ooh, okay. Can I jump down? Ow. Okay. Well, it's a good thing I can heal
I
here.
feel better with haste. Wonder if the gods are watching me.
Images of goblins, their habits and histories flash into your mind.
Can I sit? Oh, I could sit in the chair. Yes! I didn't know I could sit. That's what you have to do in every game. Is make sure that you can actually sit in chairs. If you can sit in chairs, game is automatic 10 out of 10. I don't care what game you're playing.
Don't mind if I do.
I be a hoarder. I can't be as good of a hoarder because I can't carry as much stuff, but I would like to be a hoarder.
Best be on my way.
Are you ready for the best character in the game? Dead Guy. Welcome to Dead Guy, everyone. I hope you like him. So, dead guy, how you doing?
Yes, you've come to save us from this place. From this place you'll free us.
Needs to wear a
The
hat. It's
exposed
gonna.
brain quivers in expectation.
Ooh, I got that
Please.
apparently without even rolling.
Before they return! They return. A newborn. Born new from this husk.
You realize you're talking to an intellect devourer, a minion of the mind flayers who abducted you.
The voice is amazing, by the way. Holy crap. It's,
Remove us from this body. From this case. Free us. Please.
The guy is crying. I don't know if you noticed that. The guy is actually crying. This guy isn't a mind flayer. The mind flayer is what was the mind flayer is what put that thing in my eye. This is an intellect devourer. Ooh, I got this one.
The brain lifts from the skull, but you notice an opportunity. You could cripple the strange creature, making it more subservient should it prove a threat.
I'm going to let you choose, Eloise. Oh, D colon. Hey. It actually, I didn't notice. Look at the chat. But Eloise, I want you to decide, should I mutilate the brain or should I spare the creature? I think actually I could set up Twitch integration to where chat can actually choose. They can vote and stuff. Because you don't know this game as well as you don't know the beginning of this game as well as I do. I'm gonna say that. I didn't think about that. I know that it is an option. Gameplay. Enable integration. Ooh. Okay, hang on, actually. Hang on. Let me, switch over real quick, because this might be secret stuff. Oh, actually, hang on. Hang on. How do I do this? Okay, hang on. But don't mutilate it yet. Okay, I will not mutilate it yet. I actually, okay, hang on. I am going to, can't save. Okay, I'm going to switch back. I will play for just a minute until I can save, and then I'm going to try to get Twitch integration. I will not mutilate it yet. And watch as it wiggles and writhes.
We are free. Our freedom is ours, friend.
The creature pauses, listening. Something behind your eyes seizes in recognition.
We must go to the helm. At the helm, we are needed.
What should I call it?
Us. We are us.
Remember, this thing, it's called us.
To the helm we go. We are going to the helm.
Okay, what do you got, my dude? You got nothing. Okay, cool. Alright. I'm going to save. New save, I guess. Okay, I'm gonna switch. And quit game for now. Sorry about this. I completely forgot that this was an option, and if I can get this working, I will be so happy. That'll be so cool. It'll be so cool. Playing Dungeons & Dragons with my chat. That would be awesome. Ugh, cracking my neck again. Yes, update Steam Cloud, whatever it is. Okay. Oh, do I? No, not that. I need to link my Twitch. No, not connected accounts. Twitch. Yes. Connect my Twitch, please. Look at this nerd playing Dungeons and Dragons, trying to connect his Twitch account so that you guys can also make decisions with me. Hello, June. Welcome. I'm playing Baldur's Gate, and I'm trying to connect my Twitch so that when I'm streaming, you guys can make choices with me. You can play Dungeons and Dragons with me. Gameplay. I don't know what extension secret is. Okay, I don't know how this works, but I'm gonna switch back over. There is a bit of a choice coming up, so we'll be able to test it out pretty quickly.
Through. Very well.
If not over, then through. My character talks way too much, if you ask me.
At the ready.
Ready. If not over, then through. These boots have seen everything. Come on, us. Come on. Have you seen much of this game, June?
Can't slow down. I have to keep going.
Look at all that action going on around me. Even the imps are flying past me.
Need to find a way forward.
Really? Well, this is Baldur's Gate 3. It is a Baldur's Gate video game for Dungeons & Dragons that uses the 5th edition system. The last time that we got Baldur's Gate games.
This is your end.
Your head throbs and your skin tingles. Visions rush past. A dragon's wing, a silver sword, and a flash of your face seen through the strange woman's eyes.
Ugh. My head. is this? Skvar, you are no thrall. Vlaakith blesses me this day. Together, we might survive. Imps block the path forward. You will assist me in destroying them. We must reach the helm before we transform.
It does look awesome. I don't know what it looks like on your guys' end, but tell me if it's... I don't know. Is it letting you... If it's letting you get the ability to make a choice. That's what it's supposed to. It might be something that I need to have a affiliate for to run a poll. Or maybe it's something that I need to update my OBS. I don't know exactly. I'm guessing nothing showed up. Okay. Let me see. This might be something that needs to be a next time thing. Or maybe it is something I need to be affiliate for. I don't know. I tried looking up a website, but because I have ad block, it was like, nope, you can't do this. Okay.
Who am I? Your only chance of survival.
Oh, that was short. Okay.
We carry mind flayer parasites. Unless we escape, unless we are cleansed, our bodies and minds will be tainted and twisted. Within days, we will be Geich, mind flayers. We can do nothing until we escape. That must be our priority.
I need to think about actually going through this dialogue again, because I've gone through this specific dialogue tons of times.
It is where we might gain control of the Ga'arth, the ship. Once in command, we will deal with our Geich captors. First, we exterminate the imps. Then we find the helm and take control of the ship. As for that thing, it will remain tame as long as it believes we are thralls. It may be of use in the fight to come.
Wait, hang on. I think I might have found why. Okay. I am looking at it. I'm seeing if there's anything that I need to do. I want this to work. It's so cool. Yeah. Okay, I guess I gotta type it out. I don't know if it'll do anything, but let's see. And now we get combat. Mortal Kombat. Do 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 do. Oh wait, I'm going first. Okay. They talking? Okay. Okay. Oh gosh, my stuff is all mixed up. I went. Oh right, I remember. What? I had some surprise. Did I still roll a natural 1? I'm a little upset at that. Okay. I'm... Why? I'm just barely out of range. Sure, hide. Try to just hide a brain. Sure.
No time to waste.
Oh my gosh, I have so many options now. See, that's what should have happened last turn, but okay. No, you know what? If I'm just gonna miss like that... There. Magic missile. Everything I step on squishes. Good. Shoot the brain and not me. Oh my gosh, she actually turned to dust. Rise. What does that mean? What is this? I don't know what this is. Oh, I get it. It's pretty graphics-wise. Yeah. For real. This game is very pretty. And hey, for the longest time I was playing on it with pretty shit graphics. Because, I didn't have the greatest computer in the world. But now I do have a pretty good GPU, so now I can actually run this game.
What's hiding here?
Also, yes, I am a hoarder. Don't judge me. I play this game like I play Skyrim. I just grab everything. Heck, I could even grab this.
With haste.
But if you want to know what those action, you get okay. Supposed to explode.
One day I'll catch a break.
One day maybe, but no time soon. That just doesn't seem like a smart place to put that stuff. If you're gonna place it on the thinnest part of the ship, like, no wonder it all exploded.
I wonder if the gods are watching.
Ooh, stuff. I'm not walking that. Well... Oh, I can't do that. Okay, you can go away, Mage Hand.
lend a hand, won't you, love? There's a rat in the kitchen. 10 red rats. And they're flying and they're clawing.
The Mind Flayers have already enthralled him. Leave him, or we will share his fate.
Moving ahead.
Ian tried to stand him up for a second. Hey, I didn't even get into that combat because I just killed them. Oh, here's another one.
I'm a bit peaked, Mum. I think I'll go to bed early.
Okay, whatever you say, my dude.
Time to press ahead.
Pretty rings. I don't know if I'm the only one that... I'm sure I'm not the only one that does this. I am absolutely a hoarder in games.
Another step forward.
I will absolutely just grab everything that I can and just use it. Or never use it, that's what I meant. I would never use anything. I find like 4 things that I use and then I use them over and over and over again.
Moving in.
Istik, back! Touch nothing without knowing its purpose.
I'm gonna brain rot with Minecraft. Nice. I failed.
Aggression.
Aggression.
Unleash.
Unleash. Well, I don't want them to be aggressed. I don't want them unleashed. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna get their stuff.
Should mind my step. Let's see. Must be on.
Oh, here she is.
You! Get me out of this damn thing! We have no time for stragglers.
Ooh, only 7. I need to roll a 5. Game, I said I needed to roll a 5.
Magic's configuration is like nothing you know. Nausea climbs up your throat the longer you try to discern its nature.
Are you satisfied? We need to go.
Leave the one. The one must be left.
I did do a little bit of figuring. If nothing's appearing now, it's probably something I'm gonna have to do after stream, but let me know if something's appeared. I'm gonna check my phone real quick. I'm guessing that's enough.
The construction is too alien. Nothing looks familiar.
This ship is crashing. Do you intend to die for a stranger?
Yes, I
We
do.
must go. To the helm we must go.
Come on! There's got to be a way to open it! Wait! That can't be. There has to be another way. Please! It cannot be helped. Come!
Safe if she stays. Safe if we go.
No one wants to help her. What if I touch this?
The console appears dormant. The mechanisms are completely unrecognizable at first, but then you spy an empty socket.
I will not hit it. I do not want to break it.
Whatever fits in that socket must power this thing. On my way. How much farther can I go?
I don't know how much further you can go, but I hope it's at least a good bit. I can't open that yet. I know
Swift
that
as
already.
my feet can carry me. What path lies
Let's
before
explore
me?
in here. Let's see what we got.
How many hosts of these gay infected?
A dazed woman is trapped inside the pod. She doesn't notice you.
Never wanted the easy path. Let's have a look.
I'm gonna take stuff. I'm just looting
Key.
everything.
For what? Could mean anything.
Well, I guess let's push buttons and see what happens. I'm gonna push it. Push the buttons.
Change her. Changed at the pull of a lever. How? If we are not purified, this may be our fate.
Strahd, is this to be our fate? These boots have seen everything.
The newborn mind flayer stares at you, weak and dazed. The newborn mind flayer
Alright, he just stares at me, and that's all. Apparently, that's like a ritual. Oh my gosh, it's black darkness. There it is.
With haste.
The door wasn't sure if it needed to appear yet or not.
This might unlock those controls next to the pod. Time to press ahead.
Ooh, it's everything.
The console appears dormant. The console hums to life.
We freed her! And she's dead. Look, Eloise, it's another elf. I think she's a half-elf, though.
Thank you.
Your mind lurches into her thoughts. Her gratitude is mixed with wariness, because you have a gift with you.
You keep dangerous company.
You stay in dangerous places. Oh no, she's hot!
Fair point. Looks like there's plenty of fighting ahead. Let me come with you. We can get off this ship and watch each other's backs along the way. Shadowheart. One moment.
Her name is Shadowheart. Guess what she is? Class-wise, I mean.
It's nothing. Trust me.
Enough of this chatter. We need to get to the helm. Now.
She's right. Lead on.
More experience points for freeing friends.
We are nearing the helm. Once inside, do as I say.
Who put you in charge? I'll trust my own judgment.
Kanyank.
Shadowheart is not a monk.
Need to find a way forward. Breathe deep and move.
I'll give you until I get into this room and start combat.
What path lies before me?
To try to think of what it is. Iron Flare just getting swarmed by imps.
Thrall, connect the nerves of the transponder. We must escape. Now!
Connect the nerves. Nerves. We will connect them.
Hello, oh god, that was loud. Hey, Goodman. We just started combat in Baldur's Gate. Uh-oh, that's new. What are you? What are you? Who comes up? Shadowheart actually comes up after me. She is a cleric.
We need to get out of here now.
I love this game too. I actually really love I love Dungeons and Dragons. How dare you? Don't throw fires at me. Yeah, keep shooting the brain. Yep, you can see she's got Guiding Bolt, Sacred Flame, Guidance, Healing Word. No Cure Wounds, I guess. Ah, come on.
Swift and lethal.
And then to get into it,
On the move.
Lae'zel is a fighter. Well, yeah, and I hadn't shown that either. I'm just using that as an example. Oh, us. Thank you. You actually did something useful. We are going to get many allies with many, nice throw. It's too heavy for me to throw. Okay. That is true. I will give you that. By the way, we've been fighting these guys who have 6 HP. There's this guy here with 135. Yeah. Real. Haha!
On I go.
Take that! I will avoid your arrows. Sacred Flame? Nope. Save or suck. You can actually kill this guy. Wait, what?
Hey, Char. Keep your wits about you. They won't fall easily.
What? What button did I hit? Hang on. God damn it. No! Stop it. Well, I guess we're doing the combat again, because I got my, stuff confused. Why does it allow me to pick load here? Quick load will be this. Quick save will be this. Fly. There.
Best be on
Okay.
my way. Can't slow down.
We will not watch this again.
Connect the nerve.
with a completely new initiative order this time.
Throw their corpses in the Styx.
We need to get out of here now.
Okay, first off, boom, boom, boom. Let's see if this will go the same as before. It will not go the same as before. That's a bit of a problem.
Make way.
Can I get close enough to attack? I can. Okay, good. Now I'll move slightly forward.
Fighting. Have to keep going.
Can I hit you? I cannot. Do not have enough movements. So I will Sacred Flame. Oh my gosh, and actually get max damage? Oh my gosh, I got max damage. It's actually pretty helpful that we all go back to back. Oh my gosh, this is going so much better than before.
Crush it. Vlakith, guide me.
Dash.
Taking position.
Darkness, protect me. Heading there.
Dash for you as well.
On my way.
And I will dash for us as well. Just get oh my gosh, look at how far he can run.
If this ship hits the ground, we're dead.
What's in you? Ooh, a sword.
Press ahead. One day I'll catch a break.
It's clear. Hurry, before they strike. I will ascend.
Will be ascended. I started off fine, but then I started to not be so fine. Can I hit you? Hey, there we go. That's what I wanted to see. Can I move? Oh, okay, there we go.
Zariel will have your head.
Actually... Wait, is that? Oh, no, that's a table. I might... Yeah. Hang on, okay. Going to save over this.
Swift and lethal.
Oh, they're just walking towards me. Hey, critical miss. Thank you. Us crit! Us got a natural 20! You are hilarious, Eloise.
Throw their corpses in the Styx.
Actually...
Time to strike.
Gotta...
Got to focus.
No, I hit the wrong button. Us, you kill this in. Okay, I want you to dash. And I want you to dash here. And you can't throw anything yet.
Dark Lady, help us strike true.
Okay. This is going... Oh! Uh-oh. Okay. Okay. You have a little more than a 24 HP. I gotta say. Ah! Okay. Okay. I am outside of his range. I don't like these odds. I gotta say.
Best be on my way.
I don't like these odds. I do not like okay, this is this is a bit of a problem, guys.
Make way.
Okay, what if I just continue to shift this over and over again? Not enough movement. Oh, I don't have any more movement. Shield myself, please.
Onward.
Let's spread out a little bit. And sure, Sacred Flame. Hey, us. You're kind of expendable. Uh-oh. Wow. Ooh, they're here. Oh, they're here. Okay. I don't think I'll be able to kill this guy, everyone. Hey, I did a whole 1 damage to the guy. Look at me go.
Time to strike.
Alright. Let's just see how this goes. Oh, okay. I'm just gonna do this. Did I? No, I'm just gonna... I'm not gonna waste everyone's time again. I'm just gonna go.
What path lies before me?
Forward, Istik, before more dragons come. Taking position.
Oh my god, I crit this guy on 2 separate occasions.
My faith will protect me.
just gonna... Actually, what if I just attack him? Okay. That went okay. Okay, that's fine. I missed.
Can't give up. Not now. On I go.
I mean, that's fine. I don't care. Us, keep us. Please hit him.
Leave him to me.
No, I want his sword though.
Ignore the devil. We must take the transponder.
No, I want the sword. I don't care what you say, game. I want that sword.
Fury, I am death.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I want both.
Concentrate.
I just gotta burn through a lot of HP. Thank you. Us finally did something. I can't hit this guy, and he's only got 13 HP, so I'm gonna move my way here.
Find a way forward.
Fury, I am death.
I am Fury. Yeah, that's a fair point. And then, you know, I have whatever the heck us is. Us, go get him! He got it! Ooh, that was actually a lot of damage.
You've made a grave mistake.
Ooh, okay, actually.
Waits.
Oh, come on. You hurry up. He's stunned. This is my chance. They're coming straight for me. Wow, I crit him for 2 damage. Hooray! Okay. He's so close! He's so close!
Another step forward.
I will ascend.
Okay. Time to go.
Just so.
The helm's alien transponder. You made it in time.
Oh, hey, Mr. Dragon. Ow! I need those hands! Please don't burn them off. Please use that upper arm strength. And now, a bit of silence. tiefling, hobgoblins. Oh my. And another drow. And goblins. There's lots of things here for us to fight. No! Well, I fall to the ground, hit it, and plummet and die. See, this isn't actually happening. This is me dreaming that it's happening. I'm dead. I'm 100% dead. I've escaped!
I can't believe I'm in one piece.
Auto-saving, hang on. Here we go.
On my way. Moving ahead.
Nope.
What's inside? Another step forward.
Oh! Shadow Heart. I'll just wake her.
You're alive. I'm alive. How is this possible?
It's a miracle.
I remember the ship. I remember falling. Then nothing. No, I don't recognize this place. But anything's an improvement on where we just came from.
Yeah, I can't
First things
disagree with
first,
that.
we need supplies, shelter, and most of all, a healer. We might have escaped, but we still have these little monsters in our heads. We need each other, and we both know what's at stake. I can't think of better company. One thing, just before we go. I wanted to thank you again for freeing me. It would have been all too easy for you to run right past my pod, but you didn't. I'll remember that. Lead the way.
Shadowheart will remember that. And now we have our first full ally. Now that we've actually gotten out of the tutorial, because yes, that whole thing was just the tutorial.
Very well. If not over, then through. Something good here, I hope.
Put up a fight by the looks of it. Not that it mattered in the end.
Ugh. Wouldn't wish that fate on anyone.
Sigh. I love you. There, I said it. And if you meet me tomorrow, I'll say it again and again, and keep on saying it till we're old and gray. So let's do it. Let's go to Baldur's Gate. I know it's risky, but so's staying here. The last few months have been hard. There's a little ease, but they're always a little easier when you're there. Leave your boat and meet me at the hill overlooking the old bridge. Bring whatever you can carry. We'll make do without the rest. Don't be late. Love, Anna. sad story.
Traps, please. Light on my feet. Fresh water. There must be a settlement nearby.
I'm not reading every single book that we come across.
One day I'll catch a break.
And this is the area where we just are gathering. All we're doing is gathering stuff, because any food items that we pick up are going to be very useful. They actually were given a use in an update, like this, how it says 5 camp supplies. In order to make a full, like to have a complete full rest, we need to have enough camp supplies.
Never wanted the easy path.
Which we will get into a little bit later. And now we have 1 teleport waypoint.
Oh, cursed to put my hands on everything.
Can't get that open easily. Maybe there's another entrance.
There is indeed another entrance.
At the ready. More of those wretched things.
Oh, they running.
What's hiding here?
What's this here? Have I already checked you? I have not, apparently.
Open up.
Give me a little bit of gold, a little bit of items, and I'll be happy.
Let's have a look.
It already inspected.
Swift as my feet can carry me.
Better stay back. One strike could be lethal.
Ooh. Rolled initiative 20. Wait, why did I do that? Oh, I have made a terrible error. Ooh, okay. Good thing I did that then.
Got to press on.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, there's a defense. Target cannot be an ally. We have a sleeping brain now.
Onward.
Aw, come on, Shadowheart. You left him with 1 HP. Fine.
You fight well. Perhaps our survival isn't such a distant prospect.
What's inside?
Of course, these brains have nothing on them. Why would they?
Anything of use?
Ooh, a head of lettuce. I've never seen anything more useful. Let's see. What else is around? I don't think there's anything up here, so let's go over here. Oh, wait.
Something good here, I hope. Don't waste a step.
We're gonna be rapid fire meeting a lot of cool dudes.
How much farther can I go?
So be ready.
Wonder if the gods are watching me. No traps, please.
Don't know why you did that, but okay. That's locked.
What path lies before me?
Which I will wait to do for now.
Best be on my way.
Am I encumbered? Oops, I am encumbered. Okay, how do I... Okay, this is all good, but how do I...
I'm ready.
What to do?
Let's start mass moving thing. Okay, this is how I do it. Okay, this actually isn't so bad. Okay, here we go.
How much farther can I go?
There's a person! We found him!
Swift as my feet can carry me.
Hurry! I've got one of those brain things cornered. There, in the grass. You can kill it, can't you? Like you killed the others?
Easily. Stand back, my dude.
There. Can you see it?
I don't know why, Eloise. I feel like you'll like this guy.
Just a dumb boar. You're relieved. Until you see the flash of a dagger.
Put the gun down! What should I say to him? Yes, Eloise. I said, I feel like you like this guy. He just said that he found one of those brain things, and then we saw a boar, and then he pulled a knife on us. Should I tell him to put it away? That if it's a robbery, he's off to a bad start because he is an elf. And one more step, and I'll make you eat that knife. We no need to fight.
Don't we? I saw you on the ship. Free, scuttling about. You're in league with them, aren't you? Those tentacle... Ah!
Your mind twists. You're looking out of unfamiliar eyes, prowling dark, busy streets. You try to hold the memory, but it fades to the worm. The light. The fear.
What was that? What's going on? It's those tentacled monsters. Whatever they did to us caused that link. They took you too. I saw it during whatever just happened. And to think, I was ready to decorate the ground with your innards. Apologies.
Apologies. Oh, yes, I was about to just stab you, but I apologize.
Indeed we are.
Glad to see we're all caught up now.
Please, allow me to introduce myself. My name's Astarion. I was in Baldur's Gate when those beasts snatched me. A pleasure. So, do you know anything about these worms?
Yes, unfortunately, they will turn us into mind.
Of course it'll turn me into a monster. What else did I expect? Although, it hasn't happened yet. If we can find an expert, someone that can control these things, there might still be time. You know, I was ready to go this alone, but maybe sticking with the herd isn't such a bad idea.
Wait, herd.
And you
Jude,
seem like
is that
a
you?
person to know.
Is he a
All
part of
right.
your herd too?
I accept. Lead on.
And now we got a third buddy. He's got more HP than me. He's a rogue. Look at him. He's all roguish. But because of that, let's go back here. And while I'm moving, let's see. Where is Thieves' Tools? I don't know why it's splitting. Okay. Wait, show party. Oh. Doesn't help me. Okay. Isn't there something else? What D&D class do you think I would be personally? I mean, it's really just as simple as being an illusion wizard.
Should be easy.
Good job, Asterion. I think you would definitely be a great fit for an illusion wizard. If I were to go with anything else, maybe a little bit of a mix of an artificer, perhaps? Just with your connection with Nori and all. I feel like with that you'd be able to learn a little bit of machinery.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times. Have to keep going. Very well.
Heck, I mean, I'm sure it would work just fine. Oh. For Nora, I'm going to talk to the scared boar and see if I can calm him down. Hey, I did it! I've calmed the boar.
The boar grunts and eyes you warily with its beady eyes. The boar shuffles its trotters, unsure. Then it dashes away into the wilderness.
Bye, boar. Okay. I at least helped our boar friend. Oh, my lord. Oh, my lord. Oh, wait. I could have just cut through here, apparently. Ah, okay. I know.
One day I'll catch a break.
I feel like it's more sorcerer than wizard, though.
Should mind my step.
The illusion thing is definitely where the main part.
Dig somebody out of the wreckage.
Okay.
Something's wrong. They should be
So
trying to
much
get away
blood.
if they had any sense. Take you.
I'm just half dead already.
Come on, dig! Faster! Get her out of there!
I'm trying to. It's at least from the kinds of stories that you've told of yourself.
Don't die!
Because, I mean, you know,
person
practicing
that tried to
illusions is
save
definitely a
the creature
wizard
with the
thing.
Still alive, but wounded.
Sorcerer, I'm sure we could definitely lean that way as well. I like the sorcerers just because I think it has a lot of roleplay possibilities with just, you know, it being your bloodline and making sure that you actually have, like, I don't know. I've heard a lot of different ways for charisma to be used. Oh, no. Persuasion is supposed to be my thing, though.
Your words fall on deaf ears. The creature's hold on them is too strong.
Monster! That's my daughter! She's dying! You did this! You want to kill her!
What makes you say sorcerer? Sorry, I got a little distracted. I don't want to hurt these guys. Can I trip you? Okay. Isn't there a way for me to knock unconscious, though? Hang on. Hang on, I need a drink. I guess I have to kill them. Yes, typically wizards read from their spell books to cast their spells, and that's how they build it up, is that they constantly are learning and putting new spells into their spell book in order to try to what is it? Why have I critically missed so much?
Suddenly, something convulses inside you. Your vision lurches sickeningly. You are one with your assailants, your minds fused together. They are frightened, lost. The creature in the wreckage is forcing them to attack you, controlling them like puppets. Its voice shivers across your brain, seeking access, trying to bend your will to its bidding.
Come on, I got good wisdom. Oh, just barely. But, sorry. Sorcerers, yes, they are, yeah, Mind Flayers are scary. Mind Flayers, as you might be able to imagine, mess with your head. They really try to mess with your head a lot.
The presence in your mind gropes for purchase and finds the tadpole instead. You push back, taking advantage of a tremor of pain that cuts through the creature. As its influence wanes, your assailants lower their weapons, blinking in confusion.
Where are we?
We leveled up too, yay!
There was fire in the sky and then... Oh God. Sona! What happened to my friend?
Also, so I could actually finish my thought. Yes, sorcerers, basically, they get their magic from a bloodline, essentially. So, like, a draconic sorcerer is was descendant of a dragon, whether it be from, like, you know, the typical bard meme of, you know, a bard getting it down with a dragon. Or, like, maybe a family member, like, way in the past was given the blessing of a dragon, and that was passed down to you in a sorcerer bloodline, which means that's where your power comes from. Same thing for, like, say, a celestial sorcerer, where your power comes from essentially, like, being the descendant of, like, an angel or something. That's the general idea of it. It's either, you know, you're the descendant of such and such, or, like, you were infused with the power of something like a dragon or a celestial or something like that, and that comes in with giving you sorcerer powers, essentially.
Gods, we didn't know what we were doing. We heard a voice in the wreckage. My daughter's voice. But she's been dead for years. That thing got into our heads, drove us mad. We wrecked our boat just trying to get close to it. What do we do now? We're nowhere. That's the point. Even with a boat, Baldur's Gate is days. Wait. You. I can feel you. Just like one of those things. You're one of them! There's something in your head.
There is something in my head, unfortunately.
We'll take our chances out here. Just leave us be.
Well, game just crashed. All right. I guess, all right, I guess I'll, give me a second while I try to boot this back up again. Stretch. Ugh. That's part of the reason why I like sorcerers so much, because, hang on, let me actually look up sorcerer stuff. Yeah, fuck him, rip. Game rules? Sorcerer. In just about every single sorcerer subclass, there's some sort of, like, quirk that it can give you. Like, here, I'll read off a few. For Aberrant Mind, which is basically the psionic one, you are exposed to the far realm's warping influence. You are convinced that a tentacle is now growing on you, but no one else can see it. A psychic wind from the astral plane carried psionic energy to you. When you use your powers, faint motes of light sparkle around you. You once suffered the dominating powers of an aboleth, leaving a psychic splinter in your mind. You were implanted with a Mind Flare tadpole, but the Ceramorphous never completed, and now its psionic power, it's yours. When you use it, your flesh shines with a strange mucus. As a child, you had an imaginary friend that looked like a flumped or a strange platypus-like creature. One day, it gifted you with psionic powers, which have ended up being not so imaginary. Your nightmares whisper the truth to you. Your psionic powers are not your own. You draw them from your parasitic twin. Clockwork Soul. Oh, this is a good one. I like... Aki, hello! I just had to restart my game because it crashed. Spectral cogwheels hover behind you. The hands of a clock spin in your eyes. Oh, I'm all the way back here. Oh, God damn it. I guess I'm not getting as far as I thought that I would.
Quick word.
Your skin glows with a brassy sheen. Floating equations and geometric objects overlay your body. Your spellcasting focus temporarily takes the form of a tiny clockwork mechanism. The ticking gears of ringing clocks can be heard by you and those affected by your magic.
You're alive. I'm alive. How is this possible?
Shadow magic. Oh, the Shadow Sorcerer is my favorite. Writing a dumb fanfic, damn, and I'm in the emo. Sad stuff, I'm in angst. I'm currently going through chapter 2. Angst can be pretty fun. I'm going to read the quirks of the Shadow Sorcerer, and then I'm going to stop because the Shadow Sorcerer is my favorite. You are always icy cold to the touch. When you are asleep, you don't appear to breathe. You barely bleed, even when badly injured. Your heart beats once per minute. This event sometimes surprises you. You have trouble remembering that living creatures and corpses should be treated differently. You blinked once last week.
I remember the ship.
I love
I
role-playing, but
remember
especially Angst is my favorite to play. I'm doing Submus fanfic, aka the two trained twins from Pokemon. Yeah, I'd believe it. I'd believe that would be you.
First things first.
Not saying that in a bad way, by the way. I'm just saying that if there was anything that I were to guess that you would be writing about, that would be it. It's nice. I hope that it goes well.
We need each other.
I remember,
And we both know what's at stake.
I remember trying to write one myself so many years ago, but I just kind of stopped.
One thing. It would have been all too easy. Lead the way.
At the ready.
I lost so much progress.
On my way. Should mind my step. Moving ahead.
At this point, when I do my model, I should just do alt. It's just... Honestly, yeah, I would actually love that. That sounds awesome.
Put up a fight by the looks of it. Not that it mattered in the end.
No shame. None whatsoever.
Fate on anyone. Fresh water. There must be a settlement nearby. Let's have a look. How much farther can I go?
How much further can I go? Because I gotta get back to where I was before.
What's in here? No traps, please. Never wanted the easy path. Here goes nothing. Don't waste a step. Have to keep going. Very well.
More of those wretched things.
Yeah, they're back.
What's hiding here? With haste.
Anyway, how was your day? My day is going pretty alright. Uh-oh. Oh no, he's running at me! Brains are running at me. My day's going fine.
Vicious filth. Best keep some distance, or this will be a short fight.
Come on, Shadowheart.
Survival is all that matters.
Okay.
Imperative. Time to press ahead.
Sleeping brains. Besides my game crashing, it's actually been going pretty well. You're right here.
I won't give in.
And that's what. Okay. All right, the brains are now awake. I didn't, I guess my therapist decided that today didn't work. So, I decided, hey, I guess I'll just stream. He left with 1 HP! Ugh, please, do more of that. Why didn't I use fight? Ow. Okay.
I wonder if this is worth the cost.
You fight well.
Thank you.
Perhaps our survival isn't such a
Time to press ahead. Open up. Anything of use?
Yes, there is stuff I use here. Because I know that, because I did all this earlier. I'm gonna take a pause from writing and play starting. Honestly, I'm so bad at writing, I don't know how to stretch and add words, always to the point. That's how I failed miserably in my first year of college.
Breathe deep.
I mean, but there are times where you don't want to stretch things out. I know that I was like... I watched The Odd Ones Out. I like him a pretty good bit. He's pretty cool. And I remember him saying that, you know, school basically drills into your head that you need to stretch things out to a certain word count. You need to make sure that,
Hurry. There. In the grass. You can kill it.
And you need to make sure that you use many different kinds of words. And, like, I'm sure for writing things, you know, it is like, for writing a story or something, that is useful. Or for making yourself sound smarter, it's useful. But also at the same time...
Until you see the flash of a dagger.
It's also kind of like... That's not always what you want to do. Because I know with The Odd Ones Out, he specifically said that, like...
Don't we?
That essentially he had to force himself to try to learn how to get to the point a lot better. Because he... basically went back into the idea of trying to stretch his scripts out for all of his videos as much as he could, but then he realized that, wait, that's like a lot of work to try to animate all of this dialogue. So instead, he started learning to compress, get to the point, and because of that, his videos are a lot better now because of it.
It's those tentacled monsters. Whatever they did to us caused that link. They took you too. I saw it during whatever just happened. And to think, I was ready to decorate the ground with your innards. Apologies. Indeed we are. Please, my name's Astarion. A pleasure. So, do you know anything about Turnus?
Unfortunately, I'm just skipping through this right now because I've already
hasn't
done it.
happened yet. You know, and you... All right. I accept.
He is an ass, but he also is some people's favorite characters. I don't know, he can be kind of fun. I will give him that. Let's see. It is, for some reason, still split up here.
Things feel different.
Lockpick. Don't fail. Hey, okay. I'm my side. I just don't know how to stretch out. I'm trying to give myself a minimum of 1,000 words per chapter because that's a low account on AO3 per chapter. I see some people do like 10k words per chapter, and I'm like, how? I'm sure it's just practice.
Never a dull moment. Moving in. If not over,
Was about to cover the ground in your innards. Oh, wait. I think there's a thing there. Can I mark on the map at all? Yeah, okay.
One day I'll catch a break.
It's fine. I'm gonna hopefully do this a little better.
Survivors? They're trying to dig somebody out of the wreckage.
So much blood.
Something's wrong. They should be trying to get away.
I don't know. Emmett is currently having breakdown and sleeping all day with his eel as a pillow. We all need a giant eel as a pillow.
Trying to save. It's the creature.
I need a new,
still alive,
larger pillow, honestly. Please, persuasion is what I'm good at. Hey, I did it this time.
Your voice cuts through the fog of confusion. You can see the creature's hold on them wavering.
Hang on. I can't save now!
They clutch their heads, blinking in confusion.
Where?
I leveled up.
Where are we?
I can't save. No.
Fire. The voice. Oh, gods, the voice. What happened? Gods. I think you're right.
There's chandelier earrings. Oh, that's so cool. That's actually a brilliant idea.
She's been dead for years.
My ears aren't pierced either.
That thing got into our heads, drove us mad. We wrecked our boat just trying to get close to it. Not a chance. It's bloody driftwood. And we're in the middle of nowhere, and even... Oh, wait. There's something in your head.
Oh, I gained enough experience. We're gonna save before I do anything.
The mind flare made them its puppets.
Okay. Online asymmetrical as well. They look awesome. You'll have to send them to me sometime. That does actually sound super cool. Okay. Now I'm a leveled up sorcerer. Now I have meta magic. Doubles the duration. I don't think I want that. I might just go distance and twinned. do I want? Sleep basically is... I might actually replace sleep with blind. Well, I'll go burning hands, and then I might... Wait, oh, I just know sleep. Okay, never mind. Flip earrings?
My faith will guide me.
Oh my god, I went from having 9 total HP to having 16 total HP. Holy crap. Normal pierced ones and clip-on variants. Ooh. That seems pretty cool. Hysteria. He gets basically nothing.
I'd better do the talking.
You approach the dying monster. This is the thing that abducted you. You could end its life here and now. If only you didn't feel compassion. Compassion.
Can I switch to myself doing this instead? I guess I cannot. Okay. I guess I'm the only one not in this.
Yes, you feel hate, and you deserve to be punished for it. You should be whipped, made to bow before this creature in shame. It's possessing your mind, forcing you to love it. But then, the feeling slips. The creature's mind seems to focus elsewhere.
Okay. I don't know how legit the vault is, but they have some cool stuff.
Your mind.
I don't know that one. I'll have to check it out myself.
Something that is gone. But then, its grip claws back with a vengeance. A vice locking your mind into obedience. It needs sustenance to survive. And with your very body, you can provide.
Ooh, yes. You should be good at this one, Shadowheart. Barely, but you got it.
The monster lies exhausted, defeated. Its eyes, wet orange pearls, radiate malice.
That's right, crush the thing. It's caused me enough trouble as it is.
Monster. Death is too good for it.
Why does it have a human skull?
Wonder if the gods are watching me.
Okay. I think... yes. Here's the direction I need to go. I should have enough time to do... to get to basically the safe zone, essentially.
All right. What now? Best be on my way.
Dead goblins over there. Worth checking for supplies, maybe.
Dead goblins. Wait, where? Where do you see the dead goblins, Shadowheart? Where? Nope.
I hear shouting up ahead.
We should check it out, but be careful.
Not here. This is not where I want to go. I want to go... there, I think. ready to go there yet. No, I'm gonna go here.
Swift as my feet can carry me.
I'm here, maybe? I know there's some... Ah, here it is. Okay, I found it. I found it. Found it, everyone. After a bit, I'm going to be organizing all this.
Zoru was right. Yellow as a toad and twice as ugly.
The thing's dangerous. Leave it for the goblins to kill.
Your skull pounds in response to the prisoner's white-hot stare. Her lips don't move, yet you hear her voice.
You again. Get rid of them.
Holy hells. Under elf.
Blades high, Nymessa.
Oh no, I haven't played as a drow before. I didn't know they were so aggressive. One half of the set has chandelier at the bottom, and the base on one ear is a flame with a purple fake gem. The other half is a lamp pit at the base, and at the bottom is a dusk stone. Ooh, that's pretty cool. Also, yeah, if I've played as other races, and wait, you want me to actually attack? Okay. You want me to attack them? Or do you want me to just intimidate them? Because I will say that with other races that I've played, it does, like, I can, you know, I have been able to intimidate. I have been able to attack them. Okay. I have +3. I need to beat a 5. I need to roll... I literally will only fail if I roll a 1. That's the only way I could fail. Why does everyone hate Eoves in every game? Oh, is it supposed to be elves? Or, okay. Success.
Demaze.
Come, Nymessa. Now.
Enough gawking. Get me down.
Should I make her say please? Also, I don't know. Say please.
Never.
Oh, okay.
What's up for discussion?
Observe and listen.
Enough dawdling. Get me down.
The way to get her down is actually to legitimately, I have to blast the bottom of the cage.
The tadpole hasn't yet scrambled all your senses. Auspicious. But the longer we wait, the more it consumes. My people possess the cure for this infection. I must find a creche. You will join me. Careful. She obviously sees your kindness as weakness. Don't let her take advantage.
A simple thank you wouldn't go amiss.
You may as well suggest a wyvern bow to worms. The cure I offer will suffice as thanks. You have made an ally from Kresh Kalir. Few know such fortune. Call me Lae'zel. I'll trust your judgment, but I won't trust her. Not until I've gotten the measure of her. You've a sharp tongue, elf. Would that your mind proved its equal. Half elf. I suppose the finer details are lost on a creature like you. Come. The Horned Ones mentioned a camp. One there, this Zoru, has seen Githyanki. A Kresh must
Can you tell they
be
don't
near.
like each other?
We will ask this Zoru where he has seen my kin. Enough waiting. I crave blood.
At least things have stayed interesting.
Trying to find... I think it's that way that it is. So let's... This way. Okay, I don't want to go that way yet. There's actually a lot of stuff for me to do around here. But I want to do one last thing.
Have seen everything.
Now I have a full party. And actually, I don't have terrible HP either.
Swift as my feet can carry me.
That's where it is.
Moving ahead.
I need to save a lot more often when I play. Okay, I can't skip it. Okay.
Open the bloody gate! Nobody gets in! Zevlor's orders! That pack of goblins will be on us any second!
What's going on?
Goblins are on our tail! Open the gate, Zevlor, now!
You let goblins here? Where is the druid?
Please! There's no time!
By the nine hells! Open the gate! Cannon! No!
The sounds of death weren't that intense. But it looks like we can't wait for the gate to be open.
Form a line!
It's fight or flight. And I guess we're stuck at fight. Ooh. Shadowheart first. Okay. I'll bless. Ah, okay, fine.
Got to press on.
Scouts! Get to the high ground! Raiders! Shut up, bastards! Ignis!
Oh boy.
Way for the blade of frontiers.
And he jumps from that high wall straight into the action. Will is pretty cool, I gotta say.
Ready or no?
Hey, okay.
This will do nicely.
Okay. Ooh. That's okay.
One day I'll catch a break.
How much does he have in general? 7, 9. Oh, jeez. Okay. These guys to sleep. go ahead and end my turn for now. And I have to remember that I have Twin Spell. That'll be very useful.
Taking position.
Oh, see, okay, he's not just dead. Action Surge. Immediately go right again. Then... I'll Lacerate. And I missed! I used Action Search for that!
Moving.
Ow! Oh, okay, good. I actually made it. Wait, what was... Wait, what? Did he just throw a potion at my head and to heal me?
This way.
Will, what on earth are you doing?
Let's find some prey.
Alright, that's unfortunate. Ooh, okay. Oh, okay. I don't like that. Okay, I still have my temporary HP. I do not have any more spell slots. That's a bit of a problem, but okay. Whoops. Target me. Okay.
Fury, I am death.
Ooh, okay. Oh, I even had Bless too in it. Oh. That's pretty sad. Oh, he's a fighter too. And he saved. Cool. Okay, he's still sleeping.
Ignis!
He missed!
Leave no trace.
We're not close enough to hit anyone. No! Okay. I will actually probably need to get down. I love this guy, the fact that it just V'd to either side of him. One fire bolt to one side, one to the other.
Time to strike.
Thank you,
On the
Lizelle.
move.
Alright. And then there's one down, and I think the only one left... Yeah, it looks like the only one left is this warg.
Onward.
Ignis!
Time for a new approach.
Ooh, and finish it off with a sneak attack.
Inside! All of you! More may follow! Open the gate!
No one left behind. Inspiration was gained.
Can't give up now. Don't waste a step.
Hang on. I gotta loot all these goblins, all their junk.
Light on my feet.
And that was pretty perfect, because now...
Let's have a look.
Yes, I'm encumbered, it's fine.
Anything of use?
I don't know what I just picked up. Anything else?
Can't
Nope.
slow down.
Okay. We will be finishing things off soon.
You led them to our door! There are children here, you fool!
We was running for our lives.
You led them straight to us, and you let them take the druid too? Unbelievable!
Tell that to the dead at the gate.
There's no one
Shut
dead.
it, Horns.
Actually, there is
I'd
one.
be lying dead next to the goblins if you'd stalled any longer.
My duty is to this camp.
Oh, God forbid you risk your precious tail. But I shouldn't be surprised. Foulbloods ain't known for courage.
You guys ready for some
The tiefling's jaw clench. He's about to
low-key
erupt.
racism? I want you to decide for me, Eloise. These two are like they're like a second away from taking a swing at each other. Should I take a swing at one of them? So am I just standing back, or am I taking a swing at someone? Persuade. What do you think, Aki? You want to persuade as well? We just stand here forever. They will just continue to look pissed off. Oh, that's a high DC. Okay. Hey, I'm gonna add a guidance to try to make this a little bit easier on me. I didn't need it. I didn't need it. 25.
You're right. There's too much at stake.
Worried about your precious hides, the both of you.
Enough! Squabbling is pointless. The goblins have found us.
At least we agree on that.
I am not going to talk to Zevlor right now. I'm going to sell a bunch of junk. Because I am encumbered and need money, and then after I sell all my junk, I'm going to end things off. Save, please.
Didn't deserve this.
Refugees, adventurers, and even a drow. No one in years, and suddenly we're overwhelmed. Well met, and thank you for beating back those goblins. Most brave of you. Is there anything you need? Act fast if you do. The ritual will be complete before too long. Ah, I forgot, you're a blow-in. A few days hence, this grove will be completely concealed by thorny vines. None will be able to enter or leave. A drastic measure. But more monsters seem to terrorize this region every day. We druids will be safe. As for those that took refuge here, well, may Sylvanas guard them as they continue their travels.
May Sylvanas guide them.
You sound just like Korga. But it had to come to this. I pray to Sylvanas each night. The Wildfather will protect those refugees. I hope. Just some bits and bobs I no longer need.
Trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of thing. Chicken eggs, sure. Ooh, great axe. Okay. Just sell all my junk. Is that like the most I could get for it? I wonder. Oh, no, only $1. Nice. I have sold all my stuff.
Sylvanas, guide your path.
Sylvanas, guide your path as well. I'm going to save again, make sure that I do it, and switch over. Well, I hope you guys had fun. I was just in a Dungeons & Dragons mood. I might play this again, I might not. I'm not really sure, honestly. Excuse me. I hope to play it again sometime. And hey, if I do, I would absolutely be into playing it with friends as well, because this is playable with up to 4 people, which is absolutely awesome. I love that that's a possibility. Yes, work, I know. Work's just going off on me now. My alarm anyways. And one thing I definitely need to fix is hopefully next time I can fix the Twitch integration. If I can do that, yes, I will be so happy. I want to get that so that you guys can actually choose and, like, vote for me. That would actually be awesome if I was able to actually do that. But, I guess last thing that I could say is since the first time that I used this, I was with other people, so I didn't get to talk too much about it. But I switched to Stream Elements and check out my stuff. Check out all my stuff. Someone sent a message and look at how it's, like, an actual font instead of just the generic text. The only thing that I don't like about it is that it just appears. It doesn't slide in. But it looks really nice. I like that I can make everything by font. Like, everything that you see besides the background and the couch right now is a part of one object, which was good for me because my sources were all very cluttered and everything. So that really helps clean up a bunch of stuff. And it's really nice, and I like it a lot. I don't know why. It looks significantly smoother. And I can't explain why exactly, because it's not like I'm using different things. It's just not smoother, sharper. But either way, I'm going to see if there's anyone that I can raid. You guys want to go say hi to Yazi? Yazi's streaming Dead by Daylight. All right, let's go say hi to Yazi. Thank you guys for coming, and I'll see you next time. I think tomorrow. I think I do have a stream planned for tomorrow, but I don't remember. I think it might be in the evening, but we'll see. See you then.